Welcome everybody to my NFL 2K23 Atlanta Falcons franchise. And in week one of the very first season, the very first game that isn't preseason, we're going to be taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Of course, they moved on to Trey Lance, and as of I am recording right now, Jimmy Garoppolo still yet to be traded, so he's still on the roster. They got Brandon Ayuk, of course, Adebo Samuel, one of the best receivers in football. Outside of that, though, the receiving core isn't great, I guess for wide receivers that is. Of course, they got George Kittle at tight end, one of the best tight ends in the game. Lincoln Tomlinson is a solid offensive lineman for them there, and of course, they have one of the best left tackles in Trent Williams. Their defense is pretty good. They got Nick Bosa and Eric Armstead on the defensive line. Their linebacking core is solid, and as you can see there, they did pick up JPP in free agency. Fred Warner, one of the best inside linebackers in the game. The weak point here is probably the secondary. They got Josh Norman and Jason Verrett out there, a washed-up Josh Norman who just hasn't been the same since 2015. Their safeties are solid. They got Moore, they got Ward there, they got Robbie Gould, who's one of the better kickers in the league. This team made a surprise run to the NFC Championship game a season ago, and now switching quarterbacks, they're going to be trying to make that playoff push, and they're definitely on paper a much better team than this Marcus Mariota-led Atlanta Falcons squad. So here we are kicking off the first season of this franchise. Robbie Gould sets us off here. It's going to be just outside of the end zone, meaning Cordell Patterson is going to be able to return this one. He gets just about to the 20-yard line. They're going to officially mark him down at the 21. So here we are, the first drive of the series. We're going to start off with a play fake. Mariota firing that one to the right side, and he's got Kyle Pitts, easily our best receiving target. He's going to pick up a gain of 8. Now to the ground game with Cordell Patterson, and he's going to get shut down on that play. Third down and 2, Mariota dropping back to throw, pressured as he fires that one over the middle into some heavy traffic, forcing the pass in the direction of Pitts. Incomplete, and we're going to go 3 and out on the very first drive of the series. Up the middle there goes Trey Sermon. He's going to be the starting running back for San Francisco this season. He doesn't pick up a whole lot. Now Lance's first pass of the game is going to be complete to a wide open George Kittle on the right side. That's going to get the Niners to midfield. Play fake now. Lance has got time in the pocket to throw under some pressure, and he's going to be dropped on the play. That's going to be a loss of 5. Second down and long after the big defensive play by Atlanta. Up the middle goes Sermon, and he's going to be held to just 2 yards there, leading to a third down and long. Lance dropping back to the throw. He's going to fire that one to the right side. Caught by Willie Snead, but shy of the sticks. It's going to be 4th down and 1, and the offense stays on the field. Going forward here with Sermon up the middle, but he's going to get brought down by Deion Jones in the backfield. A huge turnover on downs for Atlanta. Mariota trying to make the most off of that, basically turnover right there, but he's going to get caught from behind by Nick Bosa, one of the best players on this Niners squad. Second down and 17 after the big play, looking to throw again, airing this one out to the left side, looking for the rookie London, but Josh Norman's there to break that pass up. Now on third down and long, Mariota firing that one to the left side yet again, and it's going to be caught by Kyle Pitts, the star tight end, moving the chains on third down. That's going to get us into San Francisco territory. Now off of the play fake, Mariota firing that one to the right side into some heavy traffic. Jimmy Ward could have had himself a pick on that play. Mariota dropping back to throw again, floating this one out to the right side, and he's got the rookie Drake London for his first career reception out there. A big-time play for the young man. Mariota wants to throw the football yet again, firing that one to the left side, but Josh Norman breaks that pass up again, looking for Brian Edwards, the former Raider. Mariota once again looking to throw very pass-happy early on in this game, and he's going to pay the price for it there as he's going to be sacked for the second time this afternoon. Another third down and long situation here. Mariota over the middle, in and out of the hands of Brian Edwards as he took a big hit over the middle. And there's your first look at Jason Pierre-Paul in a Niners uniform. So bring out Young Ho Koo for the field goal, and it is going to be wide right, and this kicking meter is going to be something I have to get used to. It's different than Madden 07 and NCAA 06. So San Francisco lucky to not be down by 3 right now. They go up the middle with Trey Sermon. It's his best run of the game so far, a gain of 4. Second down and 6. Lance wants to throw the football, firing that one to the right side. And I think that's Brandon Ayuk. Actually, no, that is Deebo Samuel picking up a solid gain. Now on third down and inches, running the football with Sermon. And this time they get it as he fights for every inch he can get, getting them into Falcons territory. Lance dropping back to throw again, firing that one to the right side. And this time it's Brandon Ayuk picking up a short gain. Third down and 3 going up the middle with Sermon, and he's going to be denied first down yardage again. Deion Jones with another big tackle, and instead of attempting a long Robbie Gould field goal, they're just going to be punting the football away, but it's a pretty good one, pinning us down inside of our own 10-yard line. So now we are pinned pretty far back. Obviously, we got a long ways to go for the touchdown. Mariota under some duress. He's going to take that one to the left side and end up picking up a gain of 3 yards. Second down and 7 after the quarterback scramble. Play fake. Mariota trying to throw off his back foot. He had a man open on the left side, but they sent the safety blitz. Jaquiski Tart with the big play there, leading to third down. Now Mariota over the middle, in and out of the hands of Kyle Pitts. A contested catch, but Jason Verrett makes the play. We're going to have to punt. San Francisco's got some great field position to open up this next drive. Trey Sermon taking that one to the left side. That's going to lead to third down and 3. Lance looking to throw. He's got time, firing that one to the left side. Some great play there by the safety to break that pass up. A.J. Terrell also on that left side. That's going to force San Francisco to settle for a Robbie Gould field goal, and we finally have our first points of the game. It took well into the 2-minute warning, though. This pass to the left side, looking for Drake London again, in and out of his hands. Ward and Norman back there to break the pass up. Quick throw by Mariota to London again, and once again, he can't hang on to it. Drops have been a problem so far for the young man. Mariota throwing that one over the middle. He's got Kyle Pitts, a reliable receiver there over the middle. That's going to move the chains. Mariota now hurrying things up as he's trying to orchestrate a 2-minute drill. Going to that right side now, and it's going to be incomplete once again, looking for London, but some great coverage on that right side. Mariota firing that one over the middle. He's got his tight end Pitts, and that's going to move the chains. Atlanta uses a timeout there. Mariota looking to throw now, going over the middle for Bryan Edwards. That's his first catch as an Atlanta Falcon, picking up a gain of 6. The clock continues to run as we go hurry up. Mariota throwing that one to the left side now, and he's got Drake London. London down the left sideline, and he's going to get caught from behind the shoestring tackle there, and we're going to call our second timeout. Mariota looking to throw over the middle, pressured though, and that's going to result in the incompletion. Second down and goal. Mariota firing that one to the end zone. He fitted into a tight window to Pitts, but he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Now on third down, Mariota wants to run for the touchdown, but he's going to be denied the end zone there, down about a yard or 2 shy. We're going to bring out Younghoe Koo for a kick that isn't much more than an extra point, and it is off the upright and no good. We are 0 for 2 kicking now. That's going to put us down 3-0 at the break. Looking at our halftime stats, we haven't been able to run the ball. San Francisco honestly hasn't done a whole lot in general, only 59 yards to our 131, but they've gotten to Mariota 3 times today, and we've missed 2 field goals. We should be up 6-3 right now, but instead it's just a 3-point game, which is still it's definitely still a close game. We're still in it. Here's a pass to the right side now, and it's going to be caught by Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco does get the football to open up the second half here as they try to extend this slim lead that they've got. Continuing to try to run the ball with Trey Sermon, but once again met by Deion Jones. They've met several times today, Jones winning a lot of those battles. Now Lance across the field, and it's going to be intercepted. Eric Harris, the safety, the pass intended for Deebo Samuel, who misses the tackle on the play. Harris down the right sideline, across the 30-yard line, where he finally gets taken down. A huge return on the interception for the safety, but he got brought down pretty hard there by the lineman, and he's going to have to check out of the game. Luckily, it's not going to be anything too serious. Mariota over the middle here. He's got Bryan Edwards, and that's going to pick up a first down. Moving the chains on that play now off of the play fake. Mariota floating this one to the right side. Up top for Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta Falcons. And we've got our first points of the series. Pitts going up top there. A fantastic red zone threat. Now for the extra point. Cross your fingers. And we do make that. So it's not impossible to kick in this game. At least not yet. San Francisco's got to get something put together. They've punted. They've gone for it on 4th down and missed. They've thrown an interception on the last drive there. If they want to get something going, and maybe they'll get something going on this play. Brandon Ayuk, the speedy wide receiver, down the sidelines right when it looked like they needed something to happen. They get it on a one-play drive. Lance to Ayuk, and just like that, our lead disappears. Mariota throwing this one up top to the right side again into the hands of Drake London, but this time Jason Verrett making the play. Handoff goes to Cordell Patterson right up the middle, and every time we run it with him, he has been held to limited yardage so far today. 3rd down and 9. Mariota looking to throw, rolling to his right. He's got an open running lane, and he's going to take it 1st down yardage and more. Trying to slide, but Norman ends up taking him down there. Could have been a penalty. They're not going to call anything, though. Mariota looking to throw again, going over the middle. That was on 3rd down. A pass to, I think, intended for Kyle Pitts, but I mean, there wasn't really anyone in the area, and now we've got a punt. Lance throwing that one to the left side. Holy cow, what a catch by Brandon Ayuk right around A.J. Terrell. I have no idea how he was able to bring that one in, but he does for a gain of 9. Now Sermon's going to take the football, bouncing it to the outside, and he's going to be denied any form of yardage on that play. Once again, Atlanta's run defense looking real good so far today as we shut him down on 3rd down and short. This time, A.J. Terrell makes the stop. That's going to take us to the 4th quarter of play. All we need to do is get a field goal to tie this game up, or a touchdown ideally to take the lead. There's Patterson's best run of the day so far. It's going to be a pickup of 5. Now Mariota looking to throw over the middle, looking for London, and I'm not even sure what happened on that play there, if he just missed him a little bit or if London misjudged the football. Anyway, it's going to be 3rd down now. Pass over the middle is going to be incomplete. Norman could have had himself an interception on that play, but I think they're just fine taking the punt there and now trying to extend their lead if they can ideally for themselves make this a 2-score game. Under 4 minutes left to go. Handoff goes to Sermon, fighting his way up the middle on 3rd down. He's not going to pick up the 1st down, and there's a flag down on the field. San Francisco caught holding, but we're going to just decline the penalty and take the San Francisco punt. All right, just over 3 minutes left to go. Mariota needs to put together a game-tying or game-winning drive here, and that's not a good way to start it off as he's going to be sacked. Now over the middle, we've got Bryan Edwards picking up all that lost yardage and a few more yards after that. It's going to be 3rd down now. Mariota needs to throw for this one. Testing that right side, and it's going to be caught. Bryan Edwards with another reception. That's going to move the chains as he gets it right over Jaquiski Tart. Last play before the 2-minute warning. It's going to be a handoff to Cordell Patterson, picking up a gain of 3. We hit the 2-minute warning now. We're just around midfield. Mariota throwing that one to absolutely nobody. He's had a couple of errant passes so far today. Once again, Atlanta faces a 3rd down and 7. Mariota over the middle. He's got Pitts. Kyle Pitts is going to go all the way down just shy of the 30-yard line. Pitts and Edwards have definitely been Mariota's 2 favorite targets so far today. 1:20 left on the clock, going to that left side. Kyle Pitts yet again getting him over the century mark now as the Falcons are cooking inside of the red zone. We, of course, are in field goal range, but the way we've been kicking the football so far today, I don't trust myself to kick a game-time field goal. Plus, that would lead to overtime. I'd much rather win this in regulation. That might be tough, though, as Mariota tries to step up in the pocket there and ends up getting sacked. 3rd down, connecting with Kyle Pitts, and he's going to be a couple yards shy of the sticks. Do we go for this or do we kick the field goal? We're going to take it. It's not much more than an extra point, and it's going to be hooked to the right and no good. Young Hoku, I thought for sure that was going to be good, but it was a bit too far to the right, and in heartbreaking fashion, the Falcons are going to lose week 1 against the 49ers. This feels like a game we definitely should have won. We definitely should have won this game, and when we had 3 missed field goals, we should have won this game 16-10. Maybe we should have gone for it there, but yeah, not a good game by Atlanta. I mean, the kicking obviously was our biggest issue here. Mariota played solid. He had more passing yards than Trey Lance, but a much worse completion percentage. We really struggled to run the football. So did San Francisco. Trey Sermon averaged under 2 yards per carry. Cordell Patterson 1.6 yards per carry. So we definitely got to work on the run game. And then after this game, I went into some situational football, practiced my field goal kicking. Hopefully we will never be this bad at kicking again. Younghoe Koo's one of the best kickers in the league, so that was definitely a me problem and not a him problem. Our receivers were looking good. Kyle Pitts had over 100 yards. Edwards played good. London definitely struggled with some drops in this one, though. It was definitely a lot of a defensive battle here. We got 1 sack on Lance. Mariota got sacked 3 or 4 times, I think. The one turnover of the game did end up going our way, though. And then Robbie Gould, he hit that long 55-yard field goal. And we're just not going to talk about Younghoe Koo. Looking at the other games that took place this week, you have the Packers over the Carolina Panthers 19-10 in Baker Mayfield's first play. Of course, you have our game as we fell to the San Francisco 49ers. The Chiefs defeat Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos 32-20, a big win there inside of the division. Somehow, Daniel Jones and the New York Giants were able to put up 37 points. I think that's the first time in the Daniel Jones era as they defeat the Philadelphia Eagles. Vikings beat the Cowboys in a close one there, 27-20. The Chargers blow out the Texans 31-10. Excited to see what Justin Herbert can do this season. Here's a highlight from the Colts-Patriots game. Jonathan Taylor had himself a spectacular game. Matt Ryan, our former quarterback, his first game as a Colt, and all he really had to do was give it to JT because he just broke tackles and is gone. 277 yards for him in that game and 2 touchdowns. Looking real good out there today. The Rams start their Super Bowl championship defense as they defeat the Cardinals 24-3. The Ravens defeat the Browns, who have Deshaun Watson not suspended for any games in this universe, but the Ravens do still win by 7. The Lions start off the season 1-0 as they defeat the Bears here 27-14. We had some major injuries this week. Deontay Johnson of the Pittsburgh Steelers, he's going to be out for the next 5 weeks. You also see down there Asante Samuel Jr. suffered some broken ribs. On the NFC side of things, Eddie Jackson out for the next 6 weeks for the Chicago Bears. Dante Pennis, you can see down there. Jalen Reagor, they all got hurt. Nothing too huge, but definitely some major players as we take a look at the Saints beating the Seahawks. And then also we have the Jaguars and the Bills. Josh Allen had himself a great game against one of the worst teams in football still. Rolling to his right, throwing that one to the back corner. What a throw and what a catch as Allen tossed 4 touchdowns here as he's trying to get Buffalo their first Super Bowl in franchise history this season. We had the Dolphins defeating the Titans here. Tua Tagovailoa throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers defeat the Washington Redskin Commander football team, whatever you want to call them, in that game. You have the Raiders over the Steelers. Mitchell Trubisky, not a great start for him. And the defending AFC champions Cincinnati Bengals don't even get into the end zone against the Jets as they lose 10-3. Looking at some of the players of the week, Justin Herbert played great. Obviously, Taylor. You had Campbell for the Packers. He had himself a sack. We're also going to take a look at some transactions that happened that EA decided, or not EA, but ESPN rather, decided not to show off. Roquan Smith actually does get traded, which is interesting because he requested a trade from Chicago in real life. He goes to the Texans. Carl Nassib signs with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, just like he just did in real life. And Ndamukong Suh is now going to be with the LA Chargers. And here's a move I really don't love. Kayvon Thibodeau never playing a snap with the New York Giants and just traded to the Carolina Panthers. They also acquired Blake Martinez in another trade from the Giants. They also brought in Antonio Brown, as you can see above him. Earl Thomas was on the roster for a little bit, but they ended up cutting him. New York making some really interesting moves right now. And that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like is always appreciated. And until next time, this has been Jeffrey, reminding you to stay moist.